Hello, good morning. Welcome to class 869. 869, a good number. Good number. This is going to be a good class, maybe, or maybe a bad class. It doesn't matter. I'm going to speak to you in English and your ear is going to improve, your ability, everything's going to improve. Slowly but surely, little by little. Translation booklet, page 360, the third from the bottom. The third from the last. La economía va de mal en peor. The economy is getting worse and worse. Escrito worse, no con worst, con te. The economy is getting worse and worse. Better and better. Economy va cada vez mejor. The economy is getting better and better. Repetimos. También a veces en español hacéis lo mismo. Se mejor y mejor. Eres más, yeah. Te veo cada vez más gordo. You're getting fatter and fatter. Okay. Siempre repetimos, fatter and fatter. Bigger and bigger. English is becoming more and more important as the lengua franca. The lingua in English, decimos de forma latina, lingua franca. It's becoming more and more important. Spain is becoming more and more expensive, I can see. Spain is becoming more and more expensive. It's a popular destination for tourists and for people who want to retire. They want to retire. And they come from Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Great Britain, Ireland, Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands. They come here, France, to retire. So Spain is becoming more and more popular. More and more. Ahora aquí, la economía va de mal en peor. The economy is getting worse and worse. Daré mi reino por un buen economista. I'll give my kingdom for a good economist. No los hay. There aren't any. No los hay. Daré mi reino. I'll give my kingdom. Kingdom. Kingdom es reino. Freedom, o sea, las palabras en inglés con D-O-M al final, curioso. Kingdom, reino. Freedom, libertad. Freedom. Fiefdom, escrito feifdom, es el feudo, el reino de taifas, el feudo, fiefdom. Y hay más doms. I can't remember them though. Pero daré mi reino por un buen economista. I'll give my kingdom. I'll give my kingdom for a good economist. This sentence I wrote 40 years ago, thinking of Shakespeare. In Shakespeare's tragedy, or historical play, Richard III, Ricardo III. In the Battle of Bosworth, Richard III is a bad king. Es malísimo, mata niños y todo. He's a bad guy. And finally, there's a battle. Yes, in la Guerra de las Rosas, in the War of the Roses, there's a battle. And it's clear that he's going to die. His horse has been killed. The horse is dead. And he's on his feet, and the soldiers are approaching. And he needs a horse. And he says, Shakespeare says, a horse, my kingdom for a horse. Un caballo, cambio mi reino por un caballo. To escape, but he can't escape. There's no horse, and they kill him. The death of Richard III. Yes. So, daré mi reino. I'll give my kingdom for a good economist. No los hay. There aren't any. There are not any. There aren't any. Son como los gitanos que te leen la mano, o la palma. They're like the gypsies who read your palm. Creo que es este. Yeah. My lifeline is long. My love line is long, eh? Yeah. El amor vital. All right. And I don't remember the significance of the other lines. I don't know. Do you? Are you an expert on palm reading? Yes, palm reading. All right. But in any case, son como los gitanos. They are like the gypsies who read your palm. All right. No te sigo. I don't follow you. I don't understand. No te sigo. A ver. ¿Cómo? What? I don't follow you. I don't follow you. I don't understand. Casi nunca aciertan en sus pronósticos. Que los economistas. They hardly ever. Claro. Es que acertar, ese verbo no existe en inglés. Es to be right. Ese es ser correcto. Algo. They are hardly ever right in their forecasts. This is true. Economists make forecasts for next year. And then during the following year, they devote their time to explain why their forecast was wrong. All right. I remember a cartoon. Cartoons son dibujos animados, cartoons. Pero cuando dices en singular, a cartoon, normalmente es una viñeta de periódico de humor, un dibujito, etc. I remember a cartoon, my favorite cartoon in the United States. In 1983, 40 years ago, it showed a balloon, un globo de estos, de viajar en globo, a balloon going up. And it was a big balloon. And it said on the balloon, United States economy, la economía de USA, the US economy. And it was going up. O sea, la economía iba bien. And in the little basket, under the balloon was Ronald Reagan, the President of the United States, in his basket. And there was a little man next to him. And he says, Mr. President, are you sure this balloon will continue going up? And he said, yes, porque lo voy a aligerar echando más economistas por él. Okay, I'm going to lighten it, throwing more economists out. Okay, because the economists didn't like Ronald Reagan, but the people did. The people loved Ronald Reagan. And the economy went very well with Mr. Reagan. Okay. Los economistas son como los gitanos que te leen la palma. They are like the gypsies who read your palm. Palm. No te sigo. I don't follow you. Casi nunca aciertan en sus pronósticos. They are hardly ever right. To be right. I'm right, you're wrong. She's wrong, I'm right. Yes. They are hardly ever right in their forecasts. Escrito forecast. Forecasts. No les hago caso. I don't pay any attention to them. I don't pay any attention to them. I don't take any notice of them. I ignore them. Je les ignore. Les ignoro. I don't pay any attention to them. I don't take notice of them. I ignore them. Prefiero I don't pay any attention. Pero juegan un papel muy importante. They play a very important role. Really? The economists? Really? Do they? Hay algún economista viéndome ahora, Richard? Yes, of course. Economists are very important. I'm not an economist, but in my next life, if I have an order, what I want to do, my profession in my next life, I have the top 10, los primeros 10. Now, number 2 is a difficult decision. And number 3, number 4, and number 5, these are difficult. Number 1 is not a difficult decision. It's very clear. Number 1 is a composer of music, compositor musical. Me sale fácil, pero no tengo la formación. adecuado para desarrollarla del todo. That, yes. But number 2, I don't know. But economist, probably number 5. So it's an interesting profession to study the economy. It's a very inexact science. And it's dependent on human behavior. There's a very intimate connection between economics, psychology, and sociology. And anthropology, si me apuras. And so it's fascinating. Human behavior, comportamiento humano en un mercado de bienes y servicios. It's interesting. And so I like it, but it's very inexact and very frustrating. Juegan un papel, ellos, los economistas, juegan un papel muy importante. They play a very important role. Escrito role. Se me como un rol, juegos de rol, ¿no? They play a very important role. La sociedad no los necesita. Society. Yo digo society, nadie me entiende. ¿Cómo? Society. ¿Qué es eso? La sociedad. Society. Me acuerdo una vez. Horizon. Pero gente de buen nivel de inglés. No, the horizon. Excuse me, the what? The horizon. Un coche que se llama el Talbot o el Chrysler Horizon. What? Horizon. And I wrote it. El Chrysler Horizon. Claro, horizonte. Horizon. Haber dicho horizon, hombre. No, horizon. Horizon. Horizontes perdidos. Lost horizons. Lost horizon. But this is society. Society. La sociedad no los necesita, economistas. Society doesn't need them. ¿Desde cuándo eres tú portavoz de la sociedad? Since when are you a spokesperson for society? Aquí dice spokesman. But spokesman is politically incorrect. Portavoz, siendo hombre, es spokesman. Portavoz, si es mujer, es spokeswoman. Y para resolverlo sin problema, spokesperson. O sea, persona vocera. All right. Spokesperson, since when are you the spokesperson for society? La sociedad no los necesita. Society doesn't need them. Yeah? Well, since when are you the spokesperson for society? Mi experiencia abarca muchos años. My X fuerte. My experience covers, no? Spans, mejor. My experience spans a lot of years, many years, dice aquí. Spanning, to span. Lifespan is expectativa de vida. 2 ways, life expectancy, esperanza de vida, and lifespan. My lifespan. To span is to cover. Yeah, my experience covers a lot of years, many years. My experience spans many years. Pues no te ha enseñado nada. Well, it hasn't taught you anything. Well, it hasn't taught you, Carmenchu, it hasn't taught you anything. Okay, I'm finished with this list. The next list, la primera frase, Marta, in list number, on page 362. ¿No estás cansado de tantas listas? Aren't you tired of so many lists? Yes, I want to finish. All right, many lists. But I recommend these books. I really highly recommend. Cuando recomiendas mucho, solemos decir highly, altamente recomiendo. I highly recommend these books because if you devote quality time and quantity time to these books, they pay very handsome dividends. Pagar buenos dividendos. Y decimos apuestos dividendos, como guapos dividendos. Handsome. La palabra handsome is guapo de hombre, normalmente, de hombre. Handsome means apuesto y gallardo, guapo. Clark Gable, Cary Grant, Brad Pitt, perhaps, Richard Gere, George Clooney. Now I don't know. Handsome. Pero curiosamente con dividendos que pagan, literales o figurados. We say handsome. To pay handsome dividends, page, let's see, vocabulary list number 28. Vocabulary, page 190. Aliado, ally, ally, ally. Es una otra palabra que la gente no entiende. Aliado. ¿Cómo? Ally? Ally. During the First World War, Italy was an ally of Great Britain and France. In the Second World War, Italy was an ally of Germany until 1944. Italy was an ally of Germany. Mussolini was an ally of Germany. In the First World War, Russia was an ally of France and Great Britain. And in the Second World War, Russia was an ally of Great Britain and the United States, because France was under the control of the Nazis and the Vichy Republic. Ally. We're allies. Somos aliados. We're allies. They're allies. You're an ally. You're my ally. Ally. Ahora mira, alianza is alliance. La pronunciación. The stress falls at different. Alliance. The alliance. Allies form an alliance. Los aliados forman una alianza. Allies form an alliance. Allies. All right. En quiebra. Bankrupt. Estamos en quiebra. We're bankrupt. Estamos bancarrotados. Vamos. Bancarrotos. We're bankrupt. Yeah, en suspensión de pagos. Suspension of payments. Yeah, the creditors are knocking on our door to collect. The creditors. Don't open the door, Marta, the creditors. Los acreedores están haciendo cola ahí fuera. Yeah. Por la puerta de atrás. Here we go. The creditors. We are bankrupt. Bankrupt. Como ruptura. Sin ura. Rupt. Bankrupt. Bankrupt. La bancarrota is bankruptcy. Y estar en bancarrota is to be bankrupt. To be bankrupt. All right. Armario. Closet. 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 Es con la palabra close, cerrar, con T, pero la pronunciación cambia. Closet. Zaragoza. Susana está Zaragoza en su closet. 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 Now, closet es armario empotrado. O sea, los antiguos armarios mueble, solemos decir wardrobe. Wardrobe. Ward, W-A-R-D, robe como robe. Robe en français. Robe in French means vestido de señora, de mujer. Robe. Por ejemplo, Robespierre. O sea, vestido piedra. Robe. In English, robe is batín. O bata, profesional. Yes, bata blanca, a white robe. Yes, robe. También es albornoz. Bathrobe, o sea, batín de baño. Yes, bathrobe. Yes. So, but here we're saying armario is closet. Every house has closets now. The closet. Grieta, crack. He patched up the crack in the Liberty Bell. Davy, crack. C al final. Aquí se dice crack, es un crack, eres un crack. Pero la K no lo ponéis, es crack, con CC, crack. But crack, you say, Richard, eres un crack enseñando. In English, we can't say that. We can use it as an adjective. O sea, eres un profesor crack. You're a crack teacher. Pero se usa un poco. You're a very good teacher. All right. Es curioso, it's strange how Spain imports English words and changes their application or sometimes their meaning. Footing doesn't exist. Crack. Now, crack es una grieta. If you step on a crack, you break your mother's back. ¿Te acuerdas? Si pisas una grieta, rompes la columna vertebral la espalda a tu madre. If you step on a crack, you break your mother's back. Now, you see, when I was a little boy, asphalt was not used for streets and roads or sidewalks. Sidewalks son aceras. Sidewalks. Concrete, hormigón. Vertiendo hormigón, hornadas de hormigón. They made the streets. Asphalt appeared in the beginning of the 1960s, but in the 1950s, no. Basically, concrete. And concrete with the temperature, winter, summer, there are little cracks. So walking to school, there were always cracks. And so we said, if you step on a crack, you break your mother's back. And so the kids were, in order to avoid breaking their mother's back. All right. Grieta, crack. We also use the word crack para el despuntar del alba, at the crack of dawn. Hoy me he levantado al amanecer. This morning I got up at the crack of dawn. Curiosa expression. I don't know why. At the crack of dawn. Crack. También decís aquí el crack de la bolsa de Nueva York en el 29, por ejemplo. El crack. We don't say crack. I don't know why you say crack. Like el crack de la bolsa de Nueva York en el 29. No, we say the stock market crash. Choque, colisión. O realmente es el desplome. The crash. The stock market crash. Okay, disfraz. Disguise. Yes. Te conozco, bacalao, aunque vengas disfrazado. I know you, bacalao, even though you're disguised. Disguise. Interesting. There's an expression, an old expression in Spanish. People don't use it now. A guisa de. ¿Te suena? A guisa de. I really don't know what a guisa de. Let's see. I'm going to take off the airplane mode for cuidado. Okay, I'm going to say a guisa de. Guisa. And I think there's a connection between disguise, guisa. Yeah. Pone guisante. Okay, guisa. Way, forma, manera. Yes, forma y manera. A guisa de. Guisar. Bueno, guisar. All right. But I have an expression a guisa de, and I can't find it. Maybe if I try one more time. A guisa de. If I can find it. A guisa de. Yeah, a guisa de. In the guise of. Yeah, es una expresión anticuada. A modo de. Para engañar. Entonces, a guisa de. Okay. And we say disguise for disfraz. Disguise. Now I'm going to put back modo avión. ¿Te parece? Yeah? All right. Very good. She's always worried. She worries too much, because if I don't put modo avión, there is a possibility that you hear something that interrupts this program. But it happens very rarely. It doesn't happen very often. But más vale prevenir, ¿a que sí? It's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, disfraz, disguise. Una fiesta de disfraces. We don't say disguise. We say a costume party. I mentioned this a few days ago. Costume party, is a fiesta de disfraces. Now, un disfraz, a mask or something, is a disguise. Yes. Now, important. There's an expression, a very important, very common expression is a blessing in disguise. O sea, una bendición en disfraz. Literalmente. A blessing in disguise. O sea, una bendición disfrazada de maldición, que parece maldición y al final es... O sea, no hay mal que por bien no venga. Cosa que sale, anda, pues todo salió bien al final. Al final era una bendición, al final, no una maldición como pensamos en un principio. That's a blessing, una bendición en disfraz. No hay mal que por bien no venga. A blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Pericia, habilidad. Expertise. Experticia. Expertise. It comes from the word expert. Tiene sentido. Es un experto, tiene mucha experticia. Expertise, con S simple en inglés. Expertise. Expertise. To be an expert has expertise in certain areas. I possess and I convey expertise in teaching English. I'm an expert. I am an expert. I'm an expert. La X siempre manda como un volcán en medio de la llanura. I'm an expert, but I have to go. See you tomorrow.